Hey guys, today I'll be making a video on how to replace your CVT belt on a Can-Am X3. I'm going to be replacing my OEM belt with the Evo Badass belt. I will include the link to the belt in the description. Last week I was out in Pismo and these guys running stage 5 in their X3s told me about this belt. They said it's a lot stronger than the OEM. It's pricier than the OEM, but I will be following up with the review on the belt as soon as I get some miles in there. But the whole reason for this video is how to replace your CVT belt. So let's get started. As most of you may know, the CVT belt is located in the rear left side of the vehicle. It's going to be the CVT belt is located inside this housing. So we're gonna have to remove all these torque screws and this bracket here. All right, and this is the belt that I will be using to replace my OEM belt. So that's it right there. But again, I will be adding the link in the description. I removed the housing. Got the housing over here. Two really cool tips is you flip this little bracket over so the screw's pointing out to the right. It just makes it easier to get in. Did that. Then another thing is I put all my screws in here so you try not to lose any. That helps out. If you're in the sand, I would try to lay something underneath just in case a screw falls or anything. It's easy to find because in the sand, once it falls, it's like quicksand. So the next step is I already went ahead and tightened up this the clutch release and the little screw. I try to put them up to this little, I don't know where they're like branded with something. Try to put it up to there so I can screw it on. Put it on there and I have a little, what is this, 13 socket. Put it on there and just wrench it in to pretty much until the screw goes completely in so it can release the belt. This belt's brand new, probably only has what, 10 miles, but I really want to try this Evo Badass belt. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So let me go ahead and remove that and then we'll go from there. Completely in. Another reminder is if you blew a belt and you're changing it out in the field, remember that clutch is going to be kind of hot, so be careful. You know, test it, slap it a couple times, see how it is. I got both of the belts here. The OEM is the one on the bottom, still in great shape. The only difference I see, or I feel pretty much, between the Badass and the OEM is that the Badass has like feels like there's like a layer of like synthetic on there. The other one's a little more rubbery. This one feels a little more like there's a coat of something on there, so I do feel that a little more like stiff, where the other one's a little more flexible. OEM belt is great, I love it, but I really want to try this Badass belt. So now to install it, just gonna have to wiggle it in and just rotate it. So let's do that. Once you put the belt inside, don't make the mistake I did on the first Max that I had, was that I just turned it on. So you have to remember to hand tight it, which I'll show you once I get the belt on. I got the belt in there. It's pretty loose. So what you gotta do is hand tight it. Just spin it until you see the belt sit flush with the clutch there. So just keep spinning. There you go. There you go, it gets pretty tight. Now, one thing I like to do is turn it on. If you did blow a belt, you're gonna have some debris underneath, mostly you know, pieces of the belt, so just make sure you clear that out. But like in this case, I'm just replacing it. So there you go, it's pretty tight now. So now I just like to turn it on, especially if it's blown. I turn it on just to see if there's any debris it's caught up in the vents or anything that could blow it out. So like right now, I will turn it on just to make sure that everything's fitting snug and everything's working fine. All right, and then after that, it's the process again. You know, put the housing on, tighten all the screws, and then tighten this little bracket here, and you're set. If you want to see how difficult the old ones were, go and take a look at my old Can-Am Maverick Max. We have to remove the seats and everything. So, all right, let me go ahead and turn this thing on. Now it's all done. Took me a little longer than it normally does, just because I'm recording as well. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know. Or if you want me to make a video of, I don't know, changing the oil or anything, please let me know. That's the rig. All right, now let's go ride.